guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Revlon Photoready Compact Makeup and the Revlon Photoready Concealer. But before I get into the review, I'm going to kind of show you guys a video of me applying the product so you guys can see kind of how it goes on. You guys can see me without makeup, and then you can kind of see what it looks like after I have all the products on, just to kind of give you an idea of the coverage. So I'm going to insert that video right now. So I'm going to be using the color 150 Shell, and I've applied this several ways. It comes with a sponge, and I've tried using a dry sponge, a damp sponge, like a foundation brush, and really I think I prefer just using my finger. Really, that's the best way for me to get the product out and onto my face without having like the sponge absorb all the product. I don't know, I just think it works best that way. And I've showed you guys before in my haul video, but there you go. It has like a screen on it, so that when you touch it lightly, you're not really going to get anything on your finger, but you have to press a little bit to get it to quote-unquote liquefy, hence the liquefying screen, and then you get the product. So I just use my finger to apply it. The shade matches me pretty well. I'm like an NC25, NC20 in MAC. It's very light coverage in my opinion, so if you're having like a good skin day, it's okay. It applies pretty smoothly. I am wearing a primer. It doesn't really feel like a liquid makeup as I'm applying it. It's kind of more like creamy feeling, but it's really light. You can see I'm not getting a ton of coverage here. And I don't really like the screen because I do have to press on it to get enough product out, and it's just, I don't know. I think it's pretty gimmicky, really. It's a neat idea, like, oh, it's a liquefying screen, but really it's just like cream foundation. Do I really need the little screen? As you can see, pretty light coverage. Again, on a good skin day, you can get away with it, or if you prefer just wearing light coverage foundations, I like a little more coverage. So I have it on right now, and honestly, I don't really like the finish of it. I think it makes me look really dry. It does dry powdery, and normally I would powder my face, but I don't like it. Really, it doesn't feel bad on, it just feels, you know, nice and smooth, but the way that it looks like it's dry. But now I'm going to go in and conceal using the Photoready concealer that came with it. I got it together, you can buy them separately, and I'm using the color Pale, or Light 002, and it looks like this. You're not going to get a ton of product in here, but since it's like a solid, it should last you a little bit of time. And then I think this color isn't exactly perfect for me. I use it under my eyes sometimes. It is a little bit too light for my under eye circles, but for other blemishes it works pretty fine, but I'm still going to use it today just to show you. It glides on really nicely. There's no tugging, which is nice, and I didn't expect that because it was like a stick concealer, and a lot of the times they can be a little bit on the dry side and they don't go on too well, but this one actually glides on really nicely. Let's see. I wouldn't say it's like full coverage either, but it's a good amount of coverage and you can build it up. Little spot right there. You can see it's still kind of red. It doesn't really cover it, but you can go over it again. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the review, and I'm first going to talk about the compact makeup. Like I said, I think the liquefying screen is kind of more gimmicky, although I think that the reason they put that in there is maybe so that you don't get too much product all at once, because it is a little more liquidy than regular like cream foundations. It's not as solid, so maybe that's why they kind of put the screen in there so that you're not like digging in there, getting too much product out. But really, I found that it just kind of got in the way. I didn't really like having it there. The finish of this, I'm not too thrilled about. Like I said, it kind of dries powdery, and in my opinion, it makes me look kind of dry and kind of flaky looking. I don't know. I don't really like it. On camera, it doesn't look too bad. I did use a primer first. Maybe if you put like moisturizer on, just make sure your skin's like nice and moisturize before you apply this, because it does dry very powdery. If you have really oily skin, you might not have a huge problem. I have an oilier T-zone, and I still find that it just leaves me looking, you know, kind of on the drier side. There is like little particles of shimmer in this. I've heard reviews and watched reviews on the Photoready liquid foundation, and people said there's tons of shimmer in there, they don't like it, blah blah blah. So I wasn't sure what to expect with this. Honestly, at first I didn't even notice the shimmer until I looked really closely, and then you can see that there are like little shimmer particles. So that being said, it's not like too in your face like shimmer. You don't look like a glitter bomb, in my opinion. It's very subtle. The glitter is really fine, so that actually didn't bother me too much. And the fact that it kind of has more of a powdery finish, I felt like, you know, it wasn't too bad, you know, overall. Staying power with this, I don't like run around outside. Lately the weather hasn't been like really hot or anything like that. I've been indoor most of the time, and I feel like the staying power of this foundation just isn't quite there. Like 5 hours maybe, it starts to kind of just rub off and just kind of disappear throughout the day, so my coverage isn't the same as when I put it on. So I don't really like that about it either. Onto the concealer. Like I said, I really liked how it, you know, went on. The fact that it's a solid stick concealer, I expect it to be more dry, but it actually, you know, glides on really smoothly, really nice, blends nicely. The coverage isn't, you know, like a full coverage, more like, you know, light to medium coverage concealer. Like I said, the color that I have, I would prefer more of a warmer color if I'm using it under my eyes, but I you know, I have been using it under my eyes, and it's not too bad. The thing that I really don't like about this is the fact that, you know, this does have shimmer in it, but the concealer has shimmer in it too, which doesn't really make like a ton of sense in my mind. I get it, if you're using it under your eyes, the shimmer could act like, you know, like a brightening agent for that area, but if you're using this on blemishes, the fact that there's like that little bit of shimmer in it, it's not like, again, it's not a ton of shimmer, but there is shimmer in it, and I actually notice it more in the concealer than I do in the foundation. So the fact that if I'm going to go in and conceal like little blemishes, like if I have a pimple and I'm going to go conceal it, I'm putting like shimmer on that area, so when I shift around, I feel like it's just going to draw more attention to it. Maybe the idea is that it's light diffusing and then you probably won't see it, but in my opinion you do. I just don't think that having the shimmer in the concealer was all that great. Yeah. So overall, did I like these products? Would I repurchase them? Probably not. And I have been wearing it the past couple week and a half, just because I really wanted to get like a decent review out for you guys. When I first put it on, I didn't really like it, to be honest, but I was like, you know, I'm going to keep trying it. You never know. I don't want to just try it once and then say I don't like it, and then it turns out, you know, it works fine after a few applications. But really, every day that I knew that I was going to be putting this on, I wasn't too thrilled. I wasn't happy, and to be honest with you, if I was going anywhere, where I was going to, you know, be interacting with a lot of people, like if I was going to work or something, honestly, I would skip it and I would use my other foundations, because I wasn't happy with it. I didn't feel confident having this on my face. If you are looking for something more light coverage, this might work for you. Like I said, everyone's different preferences, but for me, it just didn't cut it for me. So yeah, if you do want to try these, though, they are on sale this week at Rite Aid for a pretty good deal. They're 40% off, and then if you spend $10 or more on Revlon Cosmetics, you get 4 up rewards. So if you are trying it, at least try it on a deal. That way you don't feel so bad if you end up not liking it. But then again, you can always return it anyway. Drugstores are great nowadays with cosmetic returns. So that's my little review. Hope it was helpful. Like I said, everyone's different. If you've tried it and you've had really great results, let me know. Or if you've tried it and you don't like it either, let me know. Either way, everyone's different. I think the more opinions that we get out there, the better. So yeah, hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.